Now, our third presentation type.
So this one is actually where you have students creating a presentation. Now you'll notice the first slide is not student created because usually you'd want some kind of directions page for students to kind of follow so then they'll know what the expectations are.
So this is what the teacher created, you're saying, and put the directions right on a slide?
Correct. Yep. And then the students will get a copy of it in the Google Classroom and they'd be able to follow through the slides. And what's nice with this one has a template, which means that the slide students can use as a starting point when they're creating their own presentation.
I like that. So they're not really just starting with a blank slate. They kind of have a little bit to go with to get themselves going on their presentation.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice scaffold.
Now, I noticed here, it's nice, you actually gave them directions on what to do with their presentation. So they're going to use those slides, and then they're going to delete the slides for the character they didn't use. Make sure when you provide a template like this, you want to give your students enough direction to know exactly what to do.
Yeah, and also what we've done is we've added other tools in the presentation, like Tagool that you'll see. It's a web tool when you can create word clouds.
So if I don't know what this is, how can I find out a little information about Tagool?
Yeah, you actually would go in e-learning, log into e-learning as a teacher, and then there's going to be a way to look at the web tools through a link page on the left side.
And are there other tools like this there I can learn about?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're growing every day. So I think right now there's 10, but as you're watching this video, there's going to be more added on.
Now, I also notice on here it says project example.
Yeah, so first of all, if you notice, it's kind of a different color, which probably means that it might be a link of some sort. And if you click on it, there's a link that shows up. So this is a hyperlink. When you click on it, you'll see an actual example of a student presentation. You're going to get students to see what the expectations are and what the presentation should look like.
So then there's not so many questions about, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They can look at this example and see really what their project should look like. That's nice. Now, this you called a hyperlink. It went to another slide presentation here. Can we hyperlink out to other things?
Yeah, so like the Tagool, usually it's underlined and you can see the Tagool when I click on it, it also has a hyperlink. And if I click on that, it'll actually take me to a website.
That's nice. So I can use slides as a base to take kids out to other different sites.
Exactly.
So here we've showed you 3 different ways you can use the slides presentations in Google with your students. When you're developing a lesson, it does not have to be one certain type of presentation. I don't have to just present information. You can incorporate presentation slides, interactive slides, and student-created slides all within your lesson. So don't think you have to be using just one method. We just wanted to show you 3 different levels of use.
Also, when you're creating a presentation and you want to put in a text box and you don't remember how to do it, remember you always have a G Suite and you can just click on it. So when you click on the G Suite training, you'll see a menu of items that you could go through to figure out exactly what you need help on when you're creating your presentation, like adding more slides or how to add a text box or pictures, images.
So that's a great utility source, that a resource that you can use. We added back in Google 101. Remember, whatever you're asking questions about, here we wanted to know about slides, make sure you're in the Slides app when you click on that training icon.